Hello, hello, everyone. Come on in. Come on in. This is Jen's Den Art, and I am ready to paint with y'all today. We are going to be painting. Let's see if I can find where I am. There we are. We are going to be painting today on a shell, and we are going to be using acrylic paints. So come on in. Let everybody say hello. I'm getting all my paints ready here. Let me make my screen bigger. And first thing I want to know is, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me and see me okay? On this beautiful, extremely hot day. Hello, hello. Hi, Tracy. Come on in, everybody, and say hello. Hello, you can hear me. Yes, yes. All right. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Let me move this a little this way. All right, I'm setting up my painting area right here. So let me go ahead and let you see what I'm doing so you have an idea of what's going on. I have no idea why. I have on like 5 lights. And I don't know, does this look kind of dark to y'all? It's very interesting. All right, so I'm putting all of my paints out because this is something that I have been actually commissioned to do for someone. But I told her that I was going to try to do this, and I was going to video it so that she could learn from it as well, because she's a friend of mine who collected all kinds of shells. And she has so she gave me 2 of them. She has like all these beautiful shells. She gave me 2 of them to practice with. And so I figured I would come on and practice live with all of you so we can see what we're going to do here with these shells. Now, remember, I'm in Louisiana. So, and I wanted to paint something Louisiana style. So we are going to try to paint a pelican. Okay, we're going to try to paint a pelican. Y'all know that, or if you don't know, the pelican, the brown pelican, is Louisiana state bird. So we are going to attempt to paint. Now, this is not big at all. You see my hand? This is the size of my hand. So it's about the size of my hand, I guess, is what we're going to be painting on. Okay? Yes, yes. Hello, everyone. Hi, hi, hi. Thank y'all all for being here today. I'm super excited that all of y'all have shown up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is make the screen larger for all of you, and I'm going to go in the background. And I'm going to talk about a few things that I've already noticed in this whole process. So these shells were found in a Louisiana bayou. And what I noticed is most of them are really, really thin. I don't know if they're like clam shells. Maybe y'all could help me figure that out. Okay, thank you, Miss Pat. But I don't know if you can see this. This one's cracked already. It's got a crack in it. And this one also has a crack in it. So, I know it's a little blurry. So what I did, I'll show you all the backside of them. What I did was I added a layer of glazing medium on the whole shell, on the back and the front. And the reason why I did that was because I wanted some support. Did not want it to be quite so thin and fragile. So I put a layer of glazing medium on the front and on the back, almost like Mod Podge, I guess you could say. But the reason why I used glazing medium is kind of like a glue, it's like gluing it together, and it's a sealant, is because I wanted to keep the glaze. I wanted to keep the glaze. See how it's got that curly look? Okay, I wanted to keep that. So I did not want to use a matte finish, and then that would have made it really dull. So I wanted to definitely keep that shiny part. Okay. Yes. So, well, it was shiny before, Cindy. It was shiny before, but I wanted to keep the sheen. I wanted to keep the shine. So I used a glazing medium, and it actually did not even change the finish. Okay. So I'm going to work on this larger shell today. And I showed y'all the picture right here. I'm going to see if I can get both of those things in the video. Okay, so that's the picture. There you go. And I'm working really small. I've got a really small area that I'm working on. So I'm not going to do the background because she wants this shininess to show. She doesn't want to paint all of that. So I'm just going to paint the pelican itself. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take a really small paintbrush. This is a number 2 flat paintbrush. You can see how tiny it is. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this burnt umber. What are the colors that I put on my palette here? Well, I basically put, it's all acrylics. I basically put burnt umber. This is like a pinkish peach color. What is it called? It is called shell pink. Well, I'll be. Here's a shell. So I picked a good color there. This is ultramarine blue. This is, what is that? It is yellow ochre. So those are the colors I have down right now. And what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to kind of figure out how I'm going to fit this on here. So I'm going to just kind of sketch out the outside layer. Okay, you can paint. I know some of y'all are probably already asking. I'm not looking at the comments right now. Let's go a little bit further back here. You can paint, you know, that's probably why the screen is so dark, because of that sheen. That's the only thing I could figure. I don't know why the screen's so dark today. You can paint on top of a medium. So that is exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to paint on top of the medium here. It's all dry. So I'm just trying to sketch it out right now. All right, so there's one wing. This is the other wing. I'm just using paint to sketch it out. This is kind of going to be my second wing in here. And then the beak. I hope I can do this justice, y'all. There's the head. Let's bring this out just a little bit more. Okay, something like that. I know it doesn't look like anything right now, but that's what we're going to start with. And I'm going to keep on working in this burnt umber, and I'm going to start making the wings. Since I'm already in it, I might as well play around with it. I'm going to have a lot of layers. So I'm just kind of mapping everything out. This is going to be another wing. And then right underneath this beak here, I'm going to have a body. It comes down right there. It's going to have some of that brown as well. Okay. This may take a little bit longer than expected, but I'd love to share this with all of you so you can kind of get an idea of where I'm going with this. I'm going to clean that off. Excuse me, I have a little frog in my throat this afternoon. So I'm going to take this white and I'm just going to start bringing it on top here. And I'm going to take some of that pink because I don't know if you can see it or not. This, excuse me, this pink is, I guess, from the reflection of the sun. You can kind of see that pink in the whole body and everything. So we're going to use some of that pink and white on here. And I'm just going to keep going and see what happens. All right, so let's grab some of this blue. Now the blue is a super, super bright blue, but you know what? I like that. I like to come in with a really strong, vibrant color. And I'm actually going to mix a little bit of the blue with the pink to kind of blend it a little so it's not too vibrant. And this is going to kind of cover a lot of the center wing here. And I was thinking on the other shell, what I'm going to do. Now, I know it looks like a hot mess right now, but we got a lot of work. On the other shell, I think I might do another pelican, but one that's just standing and not one that's flying. Now, I'm going to bring in some of this burnt umber again, just to make all of this a little bit darker. And what I'm going to have to make sure that I do for most of the bird, because I'm keeping the background that shiny white, basically, then the rest of my painting has got to be really dark because I want my painting to pop. So even though I might see in the photograph, the reference photo that I'm using, even though I might see some really light colors in there, I am probably going to play around with a little bit of a darker color just so I can get those dark shades in the whole painting and not have the painting like just die because it's getting drowned out by the white background. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So this kind of reminds me of, you know, those people who paint. They paint like really, really small things, like on like little bitty 2x2s and stuff. This is kind of reminding me of, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Definitely when you paint small, it's a lot different than when you paint large. So we're having a good old time here trying out our skills on painting extremely small. And this is the bigger of the two shells, so this should be interesting. All right, we're still getting that shape going. Still getting that shape. It's looking pretty good so far, actually. Not too bad for my first attempt. Let's clean all of that off. I'm going to grab this yellow. I know it's not a bright yellow. It's called yellow ochre. And I'm going to mix it in the white because what that's going to do is it's going to make it a little more opaque. And an opaque paint on this is going to work really well for me. So I'm going to bring in that yellow. I have to go to the eye doctor because I'm starting to notice that it's getting a little bit harder for me to see on some small areas here. So eye doctor appointment is in the works. You know, that's the joys of hitting the 50s and working through your eyes and your old age, right? Some of y'all can probably relate. All right, so I've got some yellow on my paintbrush. I've got some thick paint on my paintbrush, and I'm gonna let some of this just flow off of my paintbrush. Even though it's super thick, I really like the thickness. Look at that. Look at what we're creating here. It hit you in your 40s, Cindy. Unfortunately, I mean, not unfortunately, but thank goodness it hit me in my 50s when I hit 50, and I'll be 54 next month. So it's just been a struggle. My eyesight stayed the same. I had glasses. I had to wear glasses to see the board when I was in college. But and it stayed the same for probably until I was 45. And then slowly my eyesight has gradually, like every year, it's getting worse and worse. So, all right, let me take a step back. Think about where I'm going here. I've got some work to do right underneath. I'm going to bring in some white. And I'm going to keep my paint thick because I like what's happening with that thick paint. So I'm going to bring in some white. Smooth this out some. Okay, so that is actually supposed to be the belly. And I'm not doing it justice. So let me figure out how I'm going to fix this. I'm going to curve it. There we go. Take a little bit of that off. And let's go a little bit darker right in here. And let's actually continue this a little bit further. Then I'm going to reshape this wing to come out that way. Now I've got to use, I'm going to be using some darker colors than what's in the photo because I've got to get that. We've got to get everything to show. Don't want it to be too too light. Okay, let's work on this middle part. Right in here. Got to get that flat back. Okay, there's the flat back. Coming in right there. Coming together. Let's grab some of this pink here. I'm going to make that eye. And I'm going to bring some of this pink into the painting, even though, like I said, it's not really, there's not really that much pink in the picture, but I'm going to bring it a little bit more. I'm going to make those wings have a little more texture. So definitely heavy body paints is going to work on this. I hope y'all can see what I'm doing okay. There you go. A little bit more variety in my strokes here. Add in some colors. I like the colors that I'm adding. Bringing in a few more pinks in here. And you can even try, let's see what the palette knife will do for us. If I take some of this pink, it's super, super small to work with. So you'd have to be really careful. But you could add a little bit of that texture with the palette knife. Let's go a little bit longer. So I'm using a really pointed palette knife. There's a really, really pointed end to it. So that I'm just making one little pass. Okay, I like the way that wing is coming out. Let's do that some more on this one. Let's bring that wing out. And then maybe we can bring some yellow in there too. This is a little tight corner right here. Okay. All right, a little bit better. Okay, let's take some yellow and let's mix some white with it. So this is yellow ochre. And I'm mixing some white with it. It's a really pretty color with that pink. So we're just going to take this and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make it a little more colorful than what we have in the photo. Okay? Let me try this one. I have another palette knife that's really thin. Has a really thin point. I'm not going to do every other one. I'm just going to do some strokes. So every single time I am putting, I know I'm probably shaking a lot. Every single time I'm putting a spot of paint, I'm reloading my palette knife because I need to reload that paint. I'm holding this up in the air because I feel like y'all need to be able to see it better close up. So that's probably why I'm shaking so much. Okay, let's reshape this with my paintbrush. I'm going to put my elbow on the table so I can get some of this in here. So I'm pulling the palette knife wings into the wings a little more. And then let's get some blue in there. Let's add some more variety, some more color. So I picked up my ultramarine blue and I'm just going to come with a few strokes. Ooh, that's a pretty color. All right, it's all starting to come together. A little bit more. Let's add some more layers in there. So I'm going to go back to the yellow. And I'm going to add another layer of yellow on the beak. Too much water. Hang on. Got to get that water off of the paintbrush. I got a spot of water right there. All right, a little bit more. Got to keep on adding those layers. So let's bring in some of that brown again. I need to get this darker. And I'm gonna grab black. Need a little bit of a darker color. I'm gonna grab some Mars Black, just a teeny bit. I'm making a mess. All right. Let's grab this black and let's start working in a little bit of that. Just some of it. Now this is going to start making things pop. Very, very little. So I'm looking at my reference photo and I'm paying attention to the darker areas, but I'm also just making sure that I've got the dimension that I need to make it look pretty 3D, you know? So a little bit of that. Let's get right in here. Okay. All right. Let's go up here. Can y'all still see what I'm doing? Yeah, you can. Okay, let's make the head a little more vibrant by changing the color of the background right here. So I'm going to make this a little bit darker back here so that you can actually see the head. So all of this is going to go darker. Coming along, almost there. I think I need a little bit of white, just right under the beak area. Too much water, hang on. So what happens, let me teach y'all something that I'm doing a lot. The paintbrush is long and skinny, and when I dip it in the water to clean it, I'm taking I wipe off just the bristles, and then the rest of the paintbrush still has water on it. So when I hold the paintbrush like this, the water starts dripping down, and then it causes all of that water to come right off on the end of the paintbrush. So I have to make sure that I clean the rest of the paintbrush off and not just the bristles. I hope that makes sense. Because when I clean off just the bristles, the rest of the water just comes dripping down onto my painting. And then I'm stuck with a big blob of water. So does that make sense? Yo, this is probably one of the most difficult things I've ever done. How y'all like that? But you never know. Okay, I don't like that part. Let me fix that. Let's get some blue. You never know until you try. You never know what it's going to turn out like. I have never done anything like this before. It's very interesting. It is a lot of fun. And it is definitely a challenge. But hey, we can all take a challenge every once in a while, right? I put y'all through challenges all the time. And sometimes I just need to put myself through a challenge. And this, my friends, is definitely a challenge. I would have to give this a 9 out of 10 on the level of difficulty because it's so small. It's just so small, and probably because the what I'm actually trying to paint is not an easy subject. It's not just like an apple or something that's just like very simple to paint. It's a little more daunting. So I could see why this could definitely add. What do y'all think? I'm thinking I need to do something with this area right here because I don't like it. So I'm going to bring in just a little bit of brown and yellow. And I feel like I need more brown. I feel like I need to make this area right here darker. And I need to make some wings, part of the wingspan come out right there on top of that body. Just right in that area. That's definitely the part that I'm not happy with. Right in here. This needs to come straight down. Right there. Okay. All right. One more thing. I'm going to put a little white dot right on the eye. Nope, that didn't work. I'm going to have to let it dry. And I'm going to make another layer on the beak. And I'm going to add some white to it. Let's see if I can get that a little bit brighter. Just a little bit brighter. And add some white. A little bit of white. I don't like the eye, but I'm probably just going to have to let it dry, and then I'll come add a dot right in there. Okay, there is my attempt at a pelican on a shell. There we go. Not too bad. Not too bad for my first try, right? Okay. I think it looks like a pelican. All right. Yes, tiny things are very, very hard. So, yeah, there we go, y'all. Definitely a challenge but it looks good from far away. I'm probably going to have to work on it some more, but it's very interesting and a lot of fun to paint. So I hope y'all take an opportunity to find something other than just a canvas or a piece of wood, which is normally what I paint on. Find something else out there that you can paint on that would be really interesting and that would be fun to give for gifts, because this is what this is going to be. This is going to be some gifts for Christmas. And what you can do is, like this person, I think what they want to do is they want to put a hole right here at the top, and it's like an ornament. So it's like a Louisiana shell with a Louisiana bird on it, and they can hang it on their tree or something like that. So it's super fun to do things like that, and I hope you try it. And I'm so glad that you were all here today. I don't know if y'all see in the background what I have right back here. We are gearing up for, I'm in the way. Let me see if I can go this way. We are gearing up for a reversible porch leaner. You can see that's one side of it. And then the other side, I'm going to show you the other side. The other side is a Christmas tree. I'm about to knock everything down. Okay. So the other side of the Christmas tree, and we are going to have a pop-up paint party. We're going to invite outsiders to come in and paint this with us. It's going to start on August 25th. I just messed this up, excuse me. It's going to start on August 25th, and registration opens, let me get my glasses. Registration opens on August 10th, which is, what's today? The 8th, I think? What is today? The 7th. Okay, so in 3 days, good, that gives me an extra day. I have to get everything set up for that. So in 3 days, registration is going to open. Not only are we going to be painting this, that's reversible. It's a 12-inch board by 4 feet. So it's 1 foot wide and it's 4 feet high. However, you can paint it any size you want. You don't have to paint it that big. We're also going to be working on some bonus material that's going to be a part of the reversibles. So we're going to do other reversibles as well. And those are going to be bonus lessons that are going to be a part of the party. So come on in, look for the registration link. I will be sending it out. If you're on my email list, which hopefully you are, if you're on my email list, you will get notified about it first, and you will get first dibs on ordering the tags here, because we actually, Michael and I make these. So if you wanted to use these tags, you can use them as ornaments. You can use them for so many things. So we have that coming up starting on August 10th. We hope you come by to see it. If you are, I know that question is going to be asked. If you are a member of my membership group, my VIP membership group, you get all of this as part of the membership. Okay, so you don't have to pay extra. The only thing you may have to pay extra for is if you want these tags. These are a physical product that you would purchase from my Etsy shop, and I will ship you some of these. But as far as all of the painting tutorials, the templates, the paint list, all of that kind of stuff, that is a part of you being a part of the membership. I also have a mini den, okay, which is the $20 a month membership where you paint one painting with us every month. you are going to get all of this at half price. Okay, so you will get the event. You can come and join the event for 50% off. If you are in neither, you're not in my membership, and you want to join us, it will be a $20 fee to buy a ticket to come into the event. And you can join us and get all of the goods, and you get to keep all of the goods, all access to the goods for one whole year. Okay, so Miss Catherine, no, you cannot order the tags just yet because I have to edit my listing, my cart. So I will open cart for that as soon as I get that listing ready, which should be in the next day or so. So that's what I'm going to be working on for the next few days. So yeah, I'll see you all soon. Good. Thank you, Shay. Thank you. Thank you. I hope everyone has a wonderful day too, Miss Sandra. I hope you do as well. Miss Pamela said, yay, she's in the mini. Yay, yay. So excited for the pup. Somebody said the other day, what's a pup? It's what I call my online events that I open to the public to come and paint with us. It's called a pop-up paint party. It's basically what I call it. So yeah, it's an online pop-up paint party. You get in a Facebook group with us and you get to paint with us for, this is going to be a 4-day event starting on August 25th. Okay? Yay. All right, guys. I hope you have a great day. Stay cool. It is super hot. It's 100 degrees here today. So stay cool today and good luck on your paintings. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.